Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you something real quick that I made for you guys for Robinhood.com. So a lot of you are dividend investors on Robinhood.com, and when you pop to the Robinhood homepage, you'll see your current account balance, how much it's gone up and down today, but you don't really get information on your dividends. So just like if you were a real estate investor and you weren't interested in flipping houses, but rather were in it for the long term, you wanted rental income, you wouldn't care so much whether Zillow thinks your house went up $1,000 in value this week or went down $1,000 in value. You'd care if your tenants paid the rent. And so it's the same thing with dividend investing. Whether your portfolio goes up or down a particular amount doesn't matter too much because you're not planning on liquidating. Instead, you're planning on holding and yield and seeing the income from those investments. And Robinhood doesn't do a great job displaying that. So I want to show you guys something that I programmed. It's a Chrome extension for Robinhood. And so this is going to change the Robinhood homepage a little bit so you can get some dividend information. So your first step to get this is to pop over to the Chrome Web Store to their extension section. And here in extensions, we're going to search for Plenty Plan. And when you get over there, you'll see the Plenty Plan extension, dividend extension for Robinhood. You just go ahead here and hit Add to Chrome, and it'll think about it for a second. You got to acknowledge the warning. So this obviously reads data for Robinhood.com. It reads your dividend history from Robinhood.com. So it needs that permission, and you just hit Add Extension. And then Chrome thinks about it for a second, downloads it, adds a little icon, and then we can pop back over to Robinhood.com, reload the page, and then once the page gets reloading, the dividend will load the extension will load the dividend information in the background and run some quick computations on that. It'll look at your dividends over the past 30 days, the past 90 days, and the past year, and it'll compute the dividend yield both on your current portfolio value as well as your total funds invested, because that may be a more relevant figure for some of you guys. You don't care what your dividend yield is on your current portfolio value because it may have gone way up, but you care that, hey, you put $1,000 and now you're making some money every month of that. So here we can see it's loaded it up. And so we can see for my account over the last 30 days, I've gotten $30.73 of dividends, which is an effective yield of 4.35% on my current portfolio of 85.91. I can also click this button down here at the bottom, and that'll toggle over to showing the dividend yield of my funds invested of 84.67. So right now, my portfolio is relatively flat. I've only made a few bucks total, but it's up a bit at least. So if I want to see my yield on my funds invested, click that button, and now you can see my yield is 4.42% on the funds invested over the past 30 days. You can see I got 38 distinct dividend payments from 33 different holdings. And then over the past 90 days, I've gotten an effective yield of 1.86%, mostly because I hadn't had most of these holdings for fairly long. It's a recent investment account, so most of these investments are fairly recent, and so I've only gotten 63 dividend payments over 52 different holdings. So you can see there's some more repeats in there. And then over the past year, you can see we got 122 distinct dividend payments from 55 different holdings. Most dividend-paying stocks pay quarterly, so you'd expect more payments from the same number of holdings there. And so my effective yield over the past year is 0.75%, mostly because I didn't have much money in the account over the past year, and so I only had a sprinkling of dividends early on, and now in the past couple of months I've really been adding on. But so if you are interested in seeing right on your Robinhood homepage on your dashboard when you're on desktop on Chrome, you can hop over to the Chrome extension store, search for Plenty Plan, add that dividend yield extension. Then whenever you open up the Robinhood homepage, it'll show your dividends and dividend yield right there on the home screen. It only shows dividends that have paid out, not your pending dividends. So if you get a notification up in Robinhood up here in the corner that says you got a new pending dividend, and you notice that the dividend number has not changed, it does not change that number until the dividend is actually paid, not when they declared the dividend. I hope this video is useful to you. I hope the Chrome extension is useful to you. On this channel, we talk about dividend investing. We talk about financial independence. And yeah, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe bell. It'd be nice if you could hit the thumbs up button so more people can see this video. YouTube algorithm likes that. And check out the other videos on the channel for more interesting information. All right, bye.